Okay.
Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is April 3rd, 2022, and Bitcoin is looking like it's playing out our flat correction as we postulated on yesterday's show. So right now I'm on the 4-hourly time frame and I'm seeing a B wave, basically a counter to the initial drop that we had, this A wave right here that took us down to 40K, okay? So I don't want people to get overly excited about this move up because I do think it has all of the features of a B wave, okay? And I'm going to get to that in a second, and we can see reflections of that in the altcoins. Now, today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 4 altcoins that I'm going to pay attention to and that I'm most likely going to be trading in this upcoming altcoin season. Yes, my friends, you heard that correctly. It is officially altcoin season. You can sort of determine that in a variety of ways. You can look at Bitcoin dominance. You can look at the money flowing out of Bitcoin and Ethereum and the top alts. You can see how basically Bitcoin's going to show some positive price action in a sustained way, right? Like the next move we have is Bitcoin going to 56K, the next big move, right? After this correction to 44K rather. But in that time, altcoins can fly, okay? And I'm going to be focusing on the altcoins that I think have the highest potential, right? In terms of what the runway is on their chart. So if that interests you, then watch until the very end because I'm going to go through 4. Yes, only 4. You're doing it all wrong if you got 50. You can't possibly manage 50 altcoins, a portfolio of 50 altcoins. Some people have hundreds, right? Not financial advice, but if you're trying to do this right, make it in crypto, make money, make life-changing money, yes, you can put in a bit of this and a bit of that and hope something hits, but you can't manage those positions, and even it's tough to get out of those positions when it's going to be time to get out, okay? So let's get into the analysis, right? So Bitcoin on the 4-hourly chart, we can see this, what we put in since yesterday. So yesterday we got a bit of a dump, okay? And I think that that's essentially just the B wave of the B wave, okay? If you'll see, I have this blue flat correction showing an A, B, and a C. And I said yesterday, be careful for the composed B wave, right? We know that B waves also come in 3s, right? So it's nested. So it looks something like this. So that's the A wave, that's the B wave, that's the C wave, as I've shown, but this is the nest, okay? So watch out for this. I'm going to make it a totally different color. Something like this. So don't be surprised if the impulsive part of this B wave takes us all the way up back into range highs, okay? May not go as high, but it can. It can go into range highs. It can even exceed range highs, right? Because what do we know about B waves? We know that they can extend as far as the 1618, which is the golden ratio, right? 618 is the golden ratio. 1618 is also the golden ratio. It's the phi ratio. We can go all the way up to 50 and still be in a B wave. So just be mindful of that if this analysis is correct, and I believe that it is. Reason being, I'm seeing 3 waves. And what do we know about 3 waves? They're corrective. Every time you see 3 waves, watch for correction, think correction, okay? So just be mindful of the fact that we may be in a B wave, and after that comes a C wave. And the C wave is targeting 44K, as I said yesterday. All right. Confluent to all of this is the fact that our Stochastic Rsi is showing topping out on the 4 hourly. You never really want to buy when the stochastic RSI is up here, right? It's true that it can be overbought and continue to be overbought, but it's just a good sort of tip, right? And so the 8 hours looking okay. It's about a cross bullish. It's about a cross bullish. But yeah, my 12 hourly is not looking too good. It's sort of crossed bearish, and the daily hasn't yet crossed bullish. Okay, so anyway, I'm looking at the 4 hourly and I'm seeing it's overbought. So that's the Bitcoin analysis, and it's on that premise, on that basis, that I'm going to look at some altcoins. Okay, so the 4 altcoins that I'm going to focus on during this altcoin season. Okay, and what does that mean? I'm going to be trading these. Okay, I'm not just going to be buying and holding. I'm a trader. Okay, most of the time, if you're subscribed to the channel, I'll be trading Bitcoin on leverage. Okay, but one of the best things about an altcoin season, one of the best things about when Bitcoin is moving sideways or up, is that you can make more money buying spot using zero leverage by just choosing the correct altcoins and riding them and trading them. Okay, and when you're doing spot, there's no getting stopped out. You don't have to put stops if you have a decent read on the charts, and there's much lower risk. There's no getting liquidated. Okay, so for those of you who had trouble making it on leverage, using leverage, right? This is the time to shine. This is when you make your money. Okay, and then after this time is done, after we get to 100K, which is my target for Bitcoin, then we start moving down. Then you have to know how to sell out. Okay, but let's look at VRA first. Okay, and this, I've mentioned this before on the channel. So this on the 4 hourly, once again, we are in the overbought territory. Not to say that overbought territory, right? Not to say that we can't stay in the overbought territory, but I don't typically like to buy when we're that high. Okay, but I'm just using that as one indicator of many. Okay, so for me in VRA, this is an A wave. This is initial break of structure. Okay, I don't know for sure, right? It's hard to count waves as they're being formed, but I'm just saying that this is likely, okay, an A wave, which makes this a B wave. Just like in Bitcoin we're in a B wave, this may be a B wave in VRA. Okay, and then so we may be looking to get one of these. So if this is A, B comes up a bit more, maybe looking to get a retest of this huge downtrend, or not downtrend, downward sloping resistance that is now flipped into support. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on VRA. It's likely that we're moving up to move down. Okay, that's what the stochastic RSI is showing me. That's what everything else is showing me. It may be that this was the 5 waves, 1, 2, right? 3, 4, 5. Let's just put that in really quickly. Boom. Right. Yeah, like this. Okay, this is just a probable count, right? It looks good to me, right? This looks like leading diagonal. This looks like an ending diagonal. Then you got your A wave, your B wave. You retest on C, and that retest of the downward sloping resistance obviously couldn't take you all the way down there, but could probably take you down to 2.3 cents or something like that. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with VRA. Again, you don't really know for sure. If you're not sure and you think, okay, maybe this is just a continuation, we're already in impulse, that could be, and then we could move up. But I'm using, once again, Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large, and Bitcoin is showing me that it's in a B wave. I could be wrong on that as well, so do your own research. Okay, now let's move to the next coin, and I've talked about this on this channel as well, Kadena, KDA. And when I say these all have high potential, I said this yesterday in my VRA analysis, but just since it bears repeating, I'm looking at all of these as being in a B wave, in a larger B wave, okay? So that means that I'm using the phi ratio as the top. So for Kadena, I don't think, if this analysis is correct, that we could break $89, okay? So that would mean from here, a 12x, 11.5x, okay? So that's, for me, why I'm interested in these kinds of projects, right? For instance, Bitcoin is giving you like 100, 140x, okay? That's cool, but not really. You can't really do much on spot with that. That's why I am not trading Bitcoin on spot, because I'm a trader, and 100, 150x in crypto doesn't mean much. But when these other projects present 11, 12, 13x, yeah, I'm interested, okay? So Kadena, let's see what we're looking at in smaller time frames. And if you guys are appreciating this analysis, right or wrong, like, share, and subscribe, hit the bell notification. All right, let's get back into it. So this was my chart. All right, downward sloping resistance. The pink line is the larger trend. That's your A wave. And then the blue triangle, which is an ascending triangle with an ascending support line, is another trend. And we're breaking out of that. We just broke out of that. So for me, whoops. Let's see. How do I do that, and how do I undo it? Okay, undo it. There we go. For me, this blue triangle is significant because we just retested that with the A wave. I believe this is an A wave, okay? My count on this is, could be wrong, but something like this. Right, leading diagonal once again. This is my A wave. Initial break of structure. My B waves being formed can come up here. Can, minimum retracement for a B wave for a flat correction is 786, but you have to then identify a proper flat. If you got a zigzag, then it's only between the 0.5 and the 618. Okay, so something like this, I think we're probably going to retest that blue line. Not coming down to the pink line wouldn't be possible, given that this is an impulse, if it is indeed an impulse. So yeah, somewhere like $6.88 for the retest. Not financial advice, but that's something I would look out for. There's confluence with the downward sloping resistance of the blue triangle, as well as the fibs and the 618, which our golden mean is typically, pretty reliable for that. Okay, so that's Kadena. All right. Again, I'm seeing 11 to 12x on Kadena, all said and done. Now, the two others that I haven't presented on this channel, I'll do further deep dives into their price action, into their charts in a future video. But right now, I'm just going to introduce them. So there's Revain. One of the reasons Revain interests me is that when you go on the daily chart, you'll see this is a really interesting chart. Okay, first I'll say this. In all honesty, I don't like all the wicking. It's pretty. It shows me that there's a lot of selling pressure by individuals or institutions that wanted to offload their coins, right? And then institutional buying right there, like big sellers. It shows me selling pressure from people who have got a lot of coins, probably the team or some insiders or whatever, early investors. So that's what that shows me, okay? However, just going in, and the fundamentals do play a part into what makes this list. First and foremost, I don't want to invest in anything that has too low liquidity. I don't want to invest in anything that is shaky fundamentally and could disappear in the matter of the day, could rug or anything like that. But Revain seems legitimate, right? It's in the top 100. And, that aside, the wicks aside, and the wicks I think can be explained by, early investors or early shareholders just getting rid of their supply. I think this is an okay chart, and better than okay. I think it has a lot of potential, because if this three-wave structure right here is an A wave, then expect the B wave to be massive. Okay, the B wave can then have a phi ratio of 32.6 cents, which would represent a gain, if it were to even near its phi ratio, a gain of about 50x, 56x. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's a lot of potential in Revain, more than I've seen in any other altcoin. All right, so that is why this interests me. Okay, this is something that you can buy and just forget, right? You don't even have to trade, because again, 56x. Now, if you were to trade it, you know, and on spot, right, not leverage, obviously, this would be here's my entry. Here's where I would look to enter if I was trading it. Okay, I see that this is potentially, again, a leading diagonal. Okay, and this would be my count. I would count from here like this. Okay, I count 5 waves here. Okay, and so I count this. I see this as an initial break of structure, targeted the wave 4 of the previous trend, right? That's usually what happens, right? And so I'm seeing a B wave come up here somewhere, and then a C wave coming back down to test the support of this cup and handle. Do you see this cup and handle? Let me just draw it out for you guys in case you don't. Once again, if you're getting value, please like the video, share, and subscribe. It helps other people interested in Bitcoin, technical analysis, altcoins, whatever, see this channel. I don't have many subscribers, don't mind. But for YouTube visibility, might as well. You know, if I'm doing YouTube, might as well do it right, right? But yeah. So that's the cup and handle. I think that we're going to retest on this C wave. Okay, it's possible that we retest rather on the C wave, and if that were the case, we would get a, well, we couldn't retest all the way down there, but we'd then retest right here. Do you see? That's right on the right on the 618, and that's right at the top there. So that's what I'm seeing for Revain. I think the optimal entry would be 0.0055 cents. Okay, but again, these things have like 50x potential, so like, you know, don't split hairs. If you're not exactly sure, just get in when you get it. Like this, buy on support right here. Look at your stochastic RSI. It's pretty low, right? On the 4-hourly, it's pretty low. On, let's see, the 8-hourly, it's bottomed on the 8-hourly, it's bottomed on the 4-hourly. Like, you know, keep it simple. If that looks okay to you, bottomed on the 12-hourly, pretty much, not completely, but close, right? And it's dipping on the daily, then just buy and hold. Okay, don't try to make it too complicated and try to trade in and out, right? That's like more complex and maybe more trouble than it's worth. Like, I am a trader and I like to be precise, so, you know, that's part of, like, you know, what you have to know yourself. I know myself. I can't just let things lie, and I've understood that, and I'm taking those risks. So I trade in and out, even of large bags on spot, right? I take that risk. But anyway, so just, you know, not financial advice, but if you think the price is okay, just buy and hold. You're at the neckline, right? Just buy and hold, see what happens. All right, last one I'm going to talk about is Strong, okay? And really quickly, once again, I'm going to make videos on Strong and Revain because I haven't formally introduced them on the channel. But just look at this chart. This is the daily chart of Strong. Look at this downtrend, right? Ever since the 28th of October, right? We've literally gone down for 154 days, and we've gone down by almost 90%, 92%. I mean, that's crazy, right? So you're literally buying support, right? And right here, you see you're on support. So once again, I'm going to do this in a larger video, but buying the phi ratio of this, or sort of targeting the phi ratio of this, would give you a target of something like, let's see, 30, almost 40x, okay? Almost like Revain, but not quite, but close, okay? So yeah, this is a good buy. These are good buys. I'm going to talk more about Strong in a minute in a video probably later today or tomorrow, but that's pretty much it for me. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Trade safe, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.